Hi, I'm Marianne. Welcome to Teen Say, where teens can have their say, right guys? And adults can see where they're coming from. Okay, now that the communication lines are open, let's get started. We're going to meet today's guests and find out what high schools they're from.
I'm Aaron Rothman, Washington Waldorf School.
I'm Ben Porter and I go to Stewart.
I'm Joe Pop, and then I go to Thomas Jefferson High School.
I'm Christina Cooney, and I go to Annandale High School.
I'm Chris Miller, and I go to Thomas Jefferson.
I'm Luke Cannon, and I go to Washington Waldorf High School.
I'm Leif Dahiat, and I go to Jefferson.
Well, welcome, you guys. Okay, every morning people around the world go ahead and pick out their power piece of the day, which is their outfit, okay? It makes a statement, okay? What comes to mind when you guys pick out your outfit in the morning? Somebody who wants to give me an educated answer here.
First thing I come to on the floor.
Yeah, just the first thing I see, if it's mainly clean and comfortable.
Smells good.
Anything? Anybody? All right. Do your clothes make a statement, and what statement are they making?
Well, I usually dress by my mood. Usually in the morning I'm in a pretty bad mood, so I'll just put on some t-shirt with rotting corpses on it, and black pair of jeans, and
Now
whatever. Slap on a hat and go to school.
Okay, so, all right, so why are you in a bad mood? Just because you have to go to school, or it's morning, or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
See,
now, you said before during the game that you tried to piss off your parents by wearing a concert shirt or get your parents mad, right?
Well, not only your parents, just other people stating, well, I don't care what you think, I'm going to wear this. And it's
But
also,
are there certain clothes that, teens wear just to make a statement, to say, hey, we're bad news, or
It's people.
we want the adults to frown on us and the cops to hassle us? And,
It's mostly
It's for
people
fun.
who, like, the people who don't know what it means and just want to do it to, be cool, or people who don't have enough strength
Well,
to,
what does it mean, then?
project the attitude.
What's the attitude?
It depends. In what reference are you talking about?
The concert shirts to get your
That-
parents mad? And
That's
Yeah.
more. That's
so
like
much
pure
into it, just
death.
what you wanna wear.
It's just more dark. It's darker. It's much darker. I mean, if you see, Lath, for instance, walking down the street here, then if you see Kunta walking down the street with the Raiders jacket and the Raiders hat and the
Like this.
jeans with jeans that are like 16 sizes too big, it looks weak. It looks like I can't figure out what to put on today.
Okay. What were you going to say, Leif?
I was going to say, one reason I do it, it's fun to see people's reactions.
Okay.
If I wore some Megadeth shirt or something.
Now, what about
People-
the teachers' reactions at school?
Teachers, I'm sure at first they're kind of prejudiced. Well, a lot of teachers in administration are...
Administration.
I've had a lot of bad experience in administration. They totally hassle you.
You guys have to talk one at a time. We're not even going to hear any of you. Okay, go ahead.
Well, teachers, they usually get to know you, and if you're a little nice to them, they won't prejudge you because they're around you a lot. But administration, I won't name any names, but Mr. Hawkins, he, well, all the administration at our school, basically, they'll make a beeline to you. If you're walking down the hall, or if you're in between classes, they'll just go, what are you doing? Where are you supposed to be?
Well, isn't that a
I'm at
normal
my locker.
question, even
No,
if they were wearing a football jacket? Or?
No.
We
One
time, me and Lath were walking down the hall in the middle of, in like the middle of 8th period, and like there were like at least 100 people in the hall,
Literally
and
100.
me and Lath were walking down the hall, and Mr. Hawkins comes walking down the hall, and doesn't stop to the other 50 people sitting down. He just walks up to us. He goes, "Where are you supposed to be?"
And you think that's because of the way you dress?
No, I think that's because of who we are, but then also and what we do. But besides that, it's also, I think.
So the different groups, like when I was in high school, we had different groups. Like I'm sure some of them are still the same because it wasn't too long ago. We had what we called in New York the jocks, the japs, the heads, let's see, and the fags, which were the nerds. Okay. All right.
Well, they go
and
to-
every group dressed like you knew what group they were from because their clothes made a statement. Today, what are some of the groups called?
Actually, I don't think there's really definite names anymore. I mean, because like, if the people I hang around with don't have one similar style of dress. I mean, just because these
Okay,
two
now
guys.
you guys call the guys wearing football jackets jocks. So what
Well,
do
that
they
was-
call you guys?
Well, it doesn't. The thing is, because like these are the only 3 people that I know that I mean, me, Lath, and Chris, simply because we're in the band together, that we dress the same. Everybody else I know does not look like us.
I mean,
Okay.
usually we dress, just you dress the way you feel and what you do. You kind of like, I listen to metal, so if I go to a concert, I'm going to wear their t-shirt. I mean, I'm not going to, and and people who listen to rap usually, I guess, are into more of the sports and
It doesn't fit stuff.
yeah,
Pants around the knees.
In case they
type
want
of
to fit another person.
it's just, it's in that usually that kind of what you listen to and that attitude is usually expresses an attitude towards life. It depends what group you're in. Like a lot of the times, the football players and the people who wear the leather jackets are the ones who like really get into school. I mean, and stay after for all the sports and everything. And we usually go home on the weekends and we practice in our band and.
Would you not talk to a certain teen because they were dressed a certain way? Do you think that all teens, even adults, judge other people by the way they're dressed?
Sure.
Well,
Definitely
it depends.
for me.
Your company is. I mean, if you're traveling solo, it depends. And I would say, were I to be walking with pretty much this crowd here, and two little ladies come by or two teachers or something similar walk by,
I'm talking about teens. Other teens dressed like if there was a teen in a leather jacket that was in the hall, would you not talk to him just because of the way he dressed, or would you make an assumption that that was someone you did not want to know because of the way he was dressed?
give them a chance, and then if they're still a schmuck, screw them. Forget it.
I'd talk to him, but if I go up to some guy wearing his big starter and his pants around his ankles and everything, honestly, 95% of the people who would dress like that are going to be the kind of people who I wouldn't want to talk to or hang around with, and I could care less what happens to them. I'm not going to waste my time talking.
But how do you know? Just because they're dressed like that, what if they don't know how to dress, or they have no money?
Obviously.
Or,
The thing is, I wouldn't go up to someone else wearing a leather jacket and another metal T-shirt and just say hi either. I mean,
Hey,
of
man,
course, if
nice.
I see someone who looks different from me, I mean, like with the rap clothes on, I might be a little more apprehensive towards them because, I mean, they have usually a different lifestyle, and I might not want to be a part of that lifestyle.
Right, makes sense.
Generally-
It goes both ways, but I usually don't prejudge anyone if that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of times I kind of do, because the last school I was in, basically, I don't listen to too much heavy metal. I'm more of a classic rock, little punk here and there, Danzig. But I was called a metalhead constantly just for wearing this, right? And I didn't even have the many concert T-shirts, and I was just labeled metalhead. And so
Is that what teens are labeled when they wear leather? Metalheads?
No,
Generally.
that's what they're called by stupid people who don't know the difference.
People usually.
But rap.
The top 40, those type. I got a lot of that too because of the hair, and this is pretty much me. I try to dress fairly neutral. My motto is stop prejudice, hate everyone. And
Generally in our school, one thing I noticed, the three of us are good friends in school, and people label us, druggy metalhead. And then a lot of people are surprised to see that we're friends with a lot of other people that you wouldn't associate in our crowd, even though we don't really have a crowd. And people sort of get,
So then you are judged by the way you dress.
Yeah, you might
Now, what happens if, tomorrow you guys turn around and say, well, we're going to go to school tomorrow in suits, and we're going to blow everybody
The
away?
thing is, Chris comes to
I
school
do. From time to time, I do, because I just want to dress nice from time to time.
right, we don't.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. That's the thing.
Do
you
people
might,
look at you like,
no.
isn't that...
I mean, they usually ask me why I'm in a suit, but I mean, I'll just say, well, I want to dress nice today. There's no reason for it.
Generally, usually to school, a lot of the time we'll dress, quote, normal, a normal shirt, and it'll look normal. It's just sometimes you don't. It's just how you feel. Sometimes in the morning you're awake, and you feel like looking respectable, so you'll, wear a nice shirt or whatever. But
I think it's the main differences between people who know us and people who don't know us. Like when me and Lath, in the mornings, we'll walk down the hall, and you'll see all these little kids scampering out of our way just because we're walking down the middle of the hall.
That's true.
I'm not
It's
joking
completely
either.
true.
And then some days we'll just come to school and we'll look totally normal. Well, I don't think I can look totally normal. But, I mean, it's just a matter of if they know you or if they don't know you.
That's the thing, though. That's like I said, you might be apprehensive to someone who dresses differently or something. But when you get to know them, you're not going to disassociate from them if they dress differently than you.
I know people that dress like me, or you might associate them in a quote crowd that I hate their guts, and I wouldn't be caught dead with them. Then other people where you have absolutely nothing in common with them, what you like or whatever, and you're good friends with them. So generally, you just have to.
So you don't judge teens then
I
by
personally,
what they're wearing?
No.
I personally, maybe on the surface I do, but if I feel like getting to know them, I don't care what they're wearing.
Also,
But you would, right?
Yeah.
What people?
Now, what age did you start deciding what you were going to dress like to make a statement? Because clothes do make a statement. We've established that,
Ever
right?
since my mommy stopped dressing me.
That's right.
Now, does it start in junior high or high school?
Junior high, I think.
Junior high.
Junior high? Okay, so now what would you tell somebody that was, going into 7th grade, starting junior high? No, about their dress style. How would you tell them to decide how they wanted to dress to see what kind of group they wanted to attract? In other words, let's say they're brand new at the school and they don't know anybody.
Tell them.
How would
You
they...
can't do that.
It's a bad thing to go about doing. Saying I
You
wanna
can't
dress a
tell.
certain
You can't even give them advice. You
Yeah.
can't. It's not your place.
That's why stick to your guns on who you are.
I
You know,
personally-
if you walk in
But the thing
a
is,
school
when you-
and they're all preppies,
Wait, okay.
you're like a metalhead. I mean, I wouldn't advise becoming Mr. Preppy overnight because it's not you, and you'll just get pissed off. You won't fit in. still.
Let's say in 9th grade you dress in leather and everything. And then 10th grade you want to be on the football team and wear a letter jacket every day. Can you change your image that quick in school, or would you have to change schools?
It's fine. You're just finding out who you are. I mean, you can't just go, okay, I'm going to be this person. You see people dress differently all the time.
Mhm.
I mean, I've known a couple people who completely change. I mean, I've gone from like metal to rap, and from that to preppy. I mean, to everything. And it doesn't matter. It's just what you want to be. I mean, you're kind of, you might call a poser if you just go, okay, I want to be in with this group, so I'm going to dress like them. That's...
But isn't that how you attract who you hang out with or who you meet? That
No.
first
If
day
you
of
want
school?
weak friends.
Really.
If what?
If you want weak friends.
You want weak friends. Okay, but you guys said sometimes you surfacely judge people, right?
Yeah.
So they come
Well-
to the school for the first time. What do they wear?
Well, I think people. I mean, the way people dress has something to do with about their personality, but it doesn't mean that that's. I mean, who they are. I mean, they dress that way because they want to dress that way, and it says something about them. That doesn't mean that they're just that.
Again, we're back to getting to know people. You have to get to know them first.
I know a guy who's in my first period, and he's a football player, baseball. I think he runs track. I'm not sure. And he has a Letterman's jacket, but he's totally a metalhead. Right down to his heart.
I think just
Does exercise.
a lot of people. I'm in the school band program, and I also play drums in a heavy metal band. I'm a percussionist in the school band, and people, I'll go into a concert. I'll be dressed in a little band tuxedo. And people are like, "You're in band?" I'm like, "Yeah, I play drums." They're like, "I didn't know you liked that music." I mean, so people are totally surprised by that. And people are just really surprised. I'm like, why can't I be in the band and play classical music as well as heavy metal music? That takes me off sometimes.
They
People
think you're
that.
just as simple as they are.
So they're judging you by what you wear, essentially.
I'll be in school that day with some, Slayer t-shirt on, then I'll come in at night, with this band tuxedo on and go play this, classical music, and people will be like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "I'm in the band. I like it. Shoot me. I don't care. I like it."
Now, if you know, even though you like them, if you know certain clothes, like leather jackets sometimes can get you into trouble, right? The police might come up to you if, whatever, if you're hanging out or whatever.
Do we care at all what they think?
Yeah.
No, but if you know certain clothes get you a bad rap, why wear them?
Well, I doubt that.
If you don't want to have to try and, between everything else, try and fight this rap too and say, hey, look, I don't do drugs, I do like heavy metal, but
I think that the people.
I hope you don't do drugs, just say no.
People that are worth knowing, they're not going to be driven off by how you dress. The worthless people that you don't want to associate with and you don't want to know, they're going to be driven off by your outer appearance. But the people you really want to know and that are worth, spending time with, they won't be driven off by how you dress. They'll look at you. And I think it's sort of like a filter. It'll filter out the people you shouldn't.
What about parents? What about parents?
Even teachers and parents. I mean, they're just people too. They can't overpower you like that. I mean, you have to listen to, you're under a certain amount of authority, but if they prejudge you, they're as pointless as anyone else you might not want to, associate with who's prejudging you like that.
It's also kind of fun to see these old ladies, running from their cars as fast as they can to their house. 10 at night when I'm
We have
walking
had-
home,
Had people come out and pick up their kids and run in the house.
Because of the way you're dressed, you think?
Well,
Or what you're doing.
It's also that was my next point.
Okay.
It's a lot of it involves how you carry yourself. You're talking about how you would approach people with what they're wearing. Well, I don't really I don't know
Well,
about that as
in other words,
much.
you're outside,
but-
outside school,
Or-
and you don't know any of these people. Are they going to prejudge you? Yes,
It
and grab their
depends.
kids and run if you're walking down the street.
See, there's a code for smokers. It's a kind of a law, and basically, if you see people smoking, you can go talk to them. That sounds really awful. That's not the way I want to say it. You can go ask for a lighter or a cigarette or something, and
So you have a reason,
It's-
an excuse rather, to talk to them?
no, I don't like to say that because that makes it sound like you're too much of a wuss to go up and say hi anyway. But it's a projection.
How about somebody wearing a leather jacket and you go up to them and say, hey, so what do you do?
Yeah, I would.
Are you on,
On what?
well, whatever team they're on, or what do you play? Or no.
On a team. Okay.
And the starter brings the, hey, how's that MC Hammer record?
And then you put your cigarette out in their face and walk away.
Christina, what do you think about all this? We're going to put Christina on the spot here.
Well, I like heavy metal too, but it doesn't look like it because the way I dress. But like I go to the concerts and stuff. But
So how come you don't wear all black in concert shirts?
She's just saying that to get out of here alive.
I don't know. No, no, I really do because I like Megadeth and stuff. But it's just I don't know. I mean, to concerts and stuff, yeah, I wear it. I don't know. I don't know.
She doesn't want to dress
Do
like
you
that.
not want a bad rap? Do you feel that the clothes will get you a bad rap from teachers?
No, I'd wear it. I would wear it. It's just I don't own that
Yeah,
many, so
Would you wear a dress to school?
no, no.
Why not?
I don't like dresses or skirts or anything. So
Okay. Do you think other girls would judge these guys based on what they're wearing? Like if they wore
Yeah.
dresses every day and yuppie sweaters, would they go out with them?
If I wore a dress every day, I wouldn't say something about my
No,
personality.
the girls, the
Move
girls,
to Ireland
the
or
girls.
run.
I'm trying to get these thoughts all straight. No, the girls.
Scotland.
yes, I think they would prejudge.
What would they say?
Oh, look at them. Oh, that kind of
That's
stuff.
the thing.
Good or bad?
But that's
Bad.
That could also be. I mean,
Because of the way they dress.
Like this.
So they wouldn't even get to know them just because of the way they're dressed?
Well, some might. I would, but other people, no.
Thank you.
Would they be afraid to bring them? Would they be afraid to bring them home to their parents if they?
Some may.
avoid
Some.
Well, it depends. It depends on the
So
person. It's just-
how do you think we can tell people not to prejudge based on how people dress, or do you think that it's true that the way you dress makes a statement and yeah, we're bad news, stay away from us?
It makes a
Is that-
statement, but you still shouldn't prejudge.
It makes
bad
it-
news is their opinion and not ours. It's
But if
fun
you
and
really
good to
are
us.
bad news, it just reinforces it.
It reinforces
Well,
the
it's,
love.
it's like we said.
Yeah.
If they're gonna prejudge you like that, it's usually. I mean,
They're not.
it's
working
usually
for it.
not. You're not gonna want to get to know that person anyway. It's like back to the teacher thing. It's like if they'll usually be apprehensive at first, but once they get to know you, it'll be fine. And if they're still apprehensive about you, change teachers or bring it up to a counselor or something. And it works.
Okay.
Bad
That
You
works,
laugh,
that
but I mean, it
Counselor.
does work. And I've had experiences just like it's even
He
good
doesn't
with.
like counselors.
You might count out.
Oh, okay.
Last year my counsel was a
Well, like if I see a girl I want to meet and she's not wearing heavy metal stuff, I mean, I'm gonna go up to talk to her anyway. I mean, so it's not gonna stop. It's not like there's huge barriers there. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Would you dress differently to go home and meet her parents?
Yes, because I've had experiences with that,
Chris would,
dressing
I
the
would.
wrong way.
Robin is.
All right. After you guys, now, providing that you guys do graduate after high school, do you guys have good grades?
Yeah.
Some
I
of
do.
us do,
I do.
more or less.
I get almost straight A's, believe it or not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe it. Why wouldn't I?
Because of my clothes and prejudging me, you might be a little
Yeah.
bit apprehensive.
You would never guess that we go.
I would never prejudge.
You'd never
There
guess
you
that
go.
we go to define.
You lie, you lie, you lie. Everyone
That's enough.
prejudges
Nate. You don't
everyone.
do
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
And we're not proud of it.
And so you're rather smart.
You like. That's the thing. People.
Next question.
I'm not embarrassed about the clothes I wear, but I'm embarrassed about the school I go to.
It's a very good
That's
school.
why
That was pretty stupid to say it on TV. But
You were getting good grades. What are you guys? Are you getting good grades?
Yeah. I used to go to Jefferson, but it wasn't the place for me. I mean, you want to talk about dressing, and you have 600 people walking around with a pocket protector, and you just
that's a
can't
stereotype,
bad.
though. That's a
Don't
stereotype.
tell me it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. That's your
Nah.
freshman class. They're that
Oh,
bad.
excuse me.
Do you go there too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, all three of us.
No,
Yeah.
this is Jefferson. I used to go, but I'm
So
the
you're
Jefferson
all
dropout.
in pretty So you all get like A's and B's?
No, I get straight F's and I go to Jefferson.
Not all.
He's not joking.
Okay, let's say when you get... All right, so people are wrong. They would say that this group is probably failing in school, and you guys aren't.
Most definitely.
Wrong to
Almost.
Joe is.
What about, you know what always ticked me off in high school? We'd walk into a store, and if we were wearing a certain outfit, if we weren't, you know, if we were just whatever, hanging out and not dressed, whatever,
I'm not dressed.
we'd be watched. Not dressed. No, dressed. But if we were wearing, let's say, a jean jacket or something, we'd be watched for shoplifting.
That's what's fun.
And that always ticked me off. I'd go up to the people, why are you watching me? Why are you watching me?
Because, like, if we, like, go into tobacco barn, we're almost twice as likely to be accepted as 18 with these on than if we were wearing wrap, just because of the people that work there, possibly, or it can be an advantage. But I know what you mean. At 7-Eleven, they're watching us like,
But that's the fun part, you know, because you make that motion
And they
you know,
freak. Yeah.
see the guys look
Man,
around.
that's fun. Abdul's all over you.
So you guys basically have...
from my Slurpee machine.
So would you say that you just have fun with poor people that are
I get it for the
biased
hair.
people that are prejudging?
I get it for the hair and the earring and,
The tattoo.
well,
You have a tattoo?
He does not.
I don't
Do you have a tattoo?
no, not yet.
Okay, now you guys dress a certain way now, so you guys do get good grades. So when you graduate, okay?
Yeah.
See, so I was biased before too. I said, providing you guys
See,
graduate.
there you go.
Okay, so when you graduate, do you think you'll dress the same way, or do you think your dress code will change?
It'll probably evolve over the years eventually, but I'm not gonna say, oh, I graduated.
Evolve into what? Leather jacket?
Who knows? But you can't say that it will or it won't. It'll just happen. I don't sit there and plan. All right, so next week I will wear, whatever.
I'll be hoping I have a job by then, and then I'll be able to have 2 or 3 pairs of jeans for the week. And so maybe there'll be more changing of clothes, but I hope I'm keeping the same style, some better boots, and, new things down the line.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if I do what I want to do for a living, which will happen, then I will be probably dressing the same. But
Which is
you
what?
can never tell.
What would you like to do?
Just like now.
But what would you like to do?
I'd
for
like to
living?
follow my dream of musicianship if it would be.
Musicianship.
Okay. Well, upcoming on Teen Say, we're going to have
The band
Kevin
Citadel.
Spence, the talent buyer for the Bayou, so I'm sure you guys will want to be here for
We'd
that.
like to meet him.
Yes. Good. What about you guys? You think your dress code will change?
I can always see myself, wearing, I guess, a leather jacket and jeans, no
Would
matter
it be
what I
black
do.
or might it be brown too?
No, I can always see myself wearing this, I mean, even if I work, as President of the United States of America, yes, vote for me. I'd still want to wear this, over anything.
Okay. All right, Christina, what about you? Do you think your dress code will change when you graduate?
I have no idea. I have a while until I graduate, so
Okay, what grade are you in?
9th.
Okay, what about you guys?
11th.
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 8th.
Again?
Okay. No.
I'm in freshman.
Okay.
Ninth.
So we're the elders here.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
you
might fall
can
very
all
soon.
tell.
Okay. Well, thanks for being with us. And
Thank you.
we hope to see you guys next time. And any last words that you want to tell people out there prejudging?
Hi, Mom.
When do we get paid?
Hello, Maggie.
No, anybody can be on Teen Say, but you do not get paid. You can write or call us at Teen Say.
Cookies are good, though.
The cookies are good. Yeah, soda's good too, right? Okay. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for being with us. Bye-bye. Yay! We're done. That was really, really good.
Master Talent is a booking agency, and I'm a booking agent. I book different bands, local, regional, and some national, into different playing situations, including Kevin's Bayou and throughout the Mid-Atlantic into the Midwest and different parts. But we book bands in nightclubs.
How much does an agent make?
Not much. Depending on the situation, usually agents work on commission, which is a flat percentage of whatever bands make. That ranges anywhere from about 10 to 20% of given jobs, depending on the type of situation it is.
We'll see you next time on Teen Say when we have Kevin Spence, the talent buyer for the Bayou. How a band makes it happen. Bye-bye.